YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Normal Guys Talk Sports. And today I got a guest co-host with me. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yo, I'm 2K, your favorite boy, the unemployed person of the hour. Hey, it's been a pleasure to kick it here with my guy Matt. Yeah. I can't wait.
So, even though Ed is on vacation right now, you know what I'm saying? We still got to run down some of these NBA scores and just touch on some of the current events in the NBA league. So, we'd also like to welcome from 1,000 miles away,
Come on,
King
man.
Edward the Third.
Come on, man. Y'all gonna put me off my own show, man. I'm out here, man. Y'all gonna put me off my own show. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. Hey, man.
What's
shout
up,
out
Ed?
TK. What's up, Matt? Shout out to 2K, man. Thank you for filling in, man. Appreciate that. No doubt.
All love, bro.
How's the
Appreciate you being on
California
the
sun
show.
treating you, sir?
Bruh, no, the sun's out. Let me show you, give you a little tour of the backyard real quick. See, I'm in a little empty pool right now. I wanted to show y'all a pool on my aunt's house. We got a lot going on, man. We in the San Fernando Valley, Shout out to all my LA people. I just got here 9 a.m. So I left Dallas last night, 10 at night. Had an 8-hour layover in Vegas. Slept at the airport. Didn't really do nothing. Got something to eat. And then got here to Burbank, and I flew in like 9 a.m. California time. And I text Matt. I'm like, bruh, what's up with the show? I'm down. I'm down.
You gonna catch
So
a
here
Kings
we
game
are.
while you out there?
I mean, shit. I'm only here 2 days. Like I said, I'm in LA, sir, not
I'm
Sacramento.
tripping.
Yeah.
That's
No,
like-
but
that's a few hours away.
yeah, it's about a 6-hour drive. But I plan to go to Kings game for my birthday in February.
For sure.
So I gotta catch the Kings this season. Come on, bro.
I don't know why you don't want to mess up your birthday like that, but
You better check the standings. You better check the power rankings, man.
So
The Kings.
speaking of that, I'm gonna pull the scores up pretty much from this week on the screen.
You see the LA alleyway right here. You see that? All right. Yeah, pull them scores up. Let's start from Tuesday last week. It's all sunny. Yeah, pull them scores up. What are we looking at? What
From
day is
last
this? Tuesday. Start Tuesday last week because we have our shows Tuesday. Tuesday was a big game for the Kings. We had a nationally televised game. It was our first in a while. And we beat the Brooklyn Nets. It was like 153 to 121, something like that. High praise from Kevin Durant. High praise from the nation.
All right,
Everyone.
here we go.
We're
We got the
starting to
scores
get
up.
Okay, Tuesday, November 15th, we had the Grizzlies visiting the Pelicans, 113 to 102. The Pelicans with the W. We had the Mavericks against the Clippers in the close game, 103 to 101. We had the Knicks over the Jazz, 118 to 111. Like I said, from memory, the Kings, 153 to 121. Hashtag
From
light the
memory?
beam. Hashtag light the beam. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we have the Trailblazers, 117 over the Spurs, 110. And we got Wednesday, the Pacers over the Hornets. Shout out Tyrese Halliburton. He won Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Dope.
So the Pacers are doing good. 125 over the Hornets, 113. The Thunder over the Wizards, 121 to 120. Shea, what's his name? Alexander. He's having a great year. We had the Timberwolves over the Magic, 126 to 108. We got the Celtics over the Hawks, 126 to 101. And there you go. We got the Raptors over the Heat, 112 to 104. We got the Pelicans, 124 over the Bulls, 110. And then we got the Bucks beating the Cavaliers, 113 to 96. We had the Rockets with the upset against the Mavericks, 101 to 92.
Shout out to the Mavs.
Shout out to the Mavs. And then we got the Knicks with the road win over the Nuggets, 106 to 103. And the Suns with the high scoring game, 130 against everyone's favorite team.
You just want to see them fail, don't you?
Hey, so, somebody go against the grain, man. Man, the Kings on a 6-game winning streak, and we're 4th in the West. We can look at the standings and see where everybody's favorite team at. Okay, move forward. Thursday, November 17th, we got the Nets over the Trailblazers, 109-107. We got the Kings beating the Spurs, 130 to 112. The Clippers 96 to the Pistons 91. Moving on to Friday, we got the Wizards 107, the Heat 106, the Cavaliers 132 to the Hornets 122. The Sixers 110 to the Bucks 102. The Pacers with the road win 99 to the Rockets 91. Moving on, we have the Magic beating the Bulls by 1 point, 108 to 107. The Grizzlies with the W, 121 to 110. And shout out the Grizzlies real quick. They might be out with John Morant for a little bit. Hope he gets back soon. Shout out to John Morant. The Mavericks beating the Nuggets convincingly 127 to 99. The Celtics with the road win against the Pelicans 117 to 109. The Jazz with the 1 point win. Like I said, how long is the Jazz going to be relevant? We'll see. 134 to 133. The Warriors beating the Knicks. This 111 to 101. The Lakers beating the Pistons 128 to 121. And moving on to Saturday, we have the Hawks over the Raptors 124 to 122. The Pacers 114 to the Magic 113. The Timberwolves 112 with the road win against the Sixers 109. The Jazz with another W. Check them out. Okay, 118 to the Blazers 113. And what we got here? Go down a little
Spurs
bit.
and
Okay.
Clippers.
Spurs and Clippers. You got 119 Clippers with the Spurs 97. Moving on to Sunday, we have the Suns beating the Knicks 116 to 95. The Wizards 106 to the Hornets 102. The Kings, of course, with the W, no doubt, 137 to the Pistons 129. I'm talking cash the rest of my life about the Kings. Come on, bro. We got the Nets 127 beating the Grizzlies 115. And then the Warriors with the road win against the Rockets 127 to 120. The Cavaliers, they're winning all year long. They got 113. The Heat's 87. We have the Nuggets with the 1 point win against the Mavericks 98-97. And then the Lakers beating the Spurs convincingly. I didn't see the score. You wrote down. We got the next day right here. We got the Cavaliers beating the Hawks 114 to 102. The Pacers with the win. Like I said, they're surprisingly doing real good. 123 to 102. The Knicks beating the Thunder 129 to 119. The Pelicans beating everyone's favorite team 128 to 83. The Bucks beating the Trailblazers 119 to 111, and the Bulls beating the Celtics 121 to 107. We have the Timberwolves. So this would be yesterday. This is Monday's all Monday scores. The Timberwolves beating the Heat 105 to 101, and the Clippers beating the Jazz 121 to 114. So we're caught up. Those are Monday scores, and today is Tuesday, the 22nd.
Yep.
And these are the games for today. And John Morant might be out against the Kings, and the Kings are looking to win 7 games in a row, which is the longest winning streak in the NBA, sir.
They come to an end tonight.
Who are they playing tonight? Let's see.
The Grizzlies would potentially without John Morant and Desmond Bain.
So Ed,
yes, sir. How you doing?
what has been the difference for
The Kings?
the Kings? Yes.
The Kings. Let's see. We got coaching Mike Brown bringing a lot of stability. Like I said, Mike Brown coached LeBron to the finals. You know when they went 1 year back in 2007. He's been an assistant defensive coordinator with the Warriors past like 5 years or whatever it was. So he's been around a lot of winning. You know, and he's brought foundation stability to the team because ever since we fired Rick Adelman, which was our head coach in the glory days of C-Web and everybody, we've had like over 10 head coaches, you know, and I can name them all, but you know, lacking stability. And then again, we have our playoff drought of 16 years, so we had to bring something. And then Kevin Huerter is one of our better players, the Red Rocket. He's one of the top guys in 3-pointers made and 3-pointers 3-point percentage. So yeah, it's exciting to see. It's been a long time. It's surreal at times, but like I said, we back. We back.
Do you feel like this is a little bit too soon for the we back?
Too soon. What are we talking about? We making the playoffs. We're lead 10-seed or bust. I said that 10-seed or bust. You're not telling me 10. You're not telling me 10 better teams in the West right now.
Then the
right
Kings.
now. Then the Kings right now
Man,
today. No, not right now.
okay,
Yeah.
listen.
You want to look at the standings before you talk about my team?
No. We can look at the standings, but just like the Phoenix Suns from the 2000 era, they're gonna get bounced the first round of the playoffs. Do you disagree with that?
We beat the Warriors this year. We beat the Nets this year.
See,
We beat the Lakers this year
okay, so this what the
already.
Kings
Like
have on
who?
their side.
What do we got to do to convince
Y'all
the
are
people?
youthful, right? Youthful, so y'all playing against a lot of
Our two
veteran
best players
teams.
are 25 and 26 with De'Aaron Fox and Demonis Sabonis. So we got youth on our side. Yeah, we're one of the younger teams, faster teams. We had the season high in scoring against the Nets, 153. No one's scoring more than we lead the league in points per game.
And Phoenix did too. This I'm telling you, this team
I love it.
of
Yeah.
the 03, 04 Phoenix Suns so much. Put up great numbers during the season, was very youthful. But in the playoffs, things like to slow down and it turns into a veteran game.
Gotcha.
And you know what I mean by that?
No, for sure. I can't negate
the one
that.
thing I lack, the Kings lack, because now they are competent with a great coach in Mike Brown, as you alluded to. They lack that star player.
De'Aaron Fox, first time All-Star. De'Aaron Fox, 6 years in the league.
Player.
Superstar player. There's only so many.
Player.
There's about 5 superstars in the NBA.
Huh?
There's about like 5 superstars in the NBA.
Yeah, of course. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna run into one in the first round. A superstar player.
The West is wide open, in my opinion.
Okay.
The West is wide open.
All right, let's take a look at the standings real quick. I'm gonna pull that up real quick.
Pull the standings. Prove men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Check the standings. So we got in the Eastern Conference, we got Boston at first place, 13-4. We got Milwaukee, 12-4. I feel, and then Cleveland at 11-6 in third place. Those is realistically the 3 contenders in the East. I don't see any other team as of right now. Okay. The Nets is the dark horse, but these are realistically the top 3 teams with the ability to go all the way to the finals. You have the Pacers, fourth place, surprisingly. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. He got former Sacramento King. That's who we had to give up to get Sabonis. But look for him to be a first-time All-Star as well, along with De'Aaron Fox. So, yeah, Pacers 10-6. We got the Wizards 10-7. I feel there's still a move or two away. I don't know if Bradley Beal is going to stay there for the rest of his career. Scroll down a little bit.
I think Bradley Beal there forever.
Maybe. I mean, if somebody gave you $250 million, what you gonna do? You gonna kick it, right? You gonna kick it. You gonna be right there. Okay, we got Atlanta in 6th place at 10-7 with the they acquired Murray, from the Spurs, All-Star. So arguably one of the better backcourts, Trae Young and Murray. 7th place, Toronto Raptors 9-8. You still got some championship experience over there, from the head coach to some of the players still, from Siakam, Van Fleet, and company. You got the New York Knicks, one of the teams I root for in the East. They're 9-9. Look for them to make a big move. Nothing's off the table. Nothing's off the table, from trading Jalen Burleson. I can't say his name on top of my head, but who they just got off the Mavericks, and then Julius Randle. They tried to make a trade for Westbrook. Look for them to be active at the deadline. One of the teams to be active at the deadline. The Philadelphia 76ers, hopefully they don't fall out the playoff hunt. They're without James Harden, but Joel Embiid is playing out his mind. Some feel he got slided for MVP last year. Joel Embiid, he got hurt?
He's out.
I didn't know that.
Foot injury.
I didn't know. Well, then
Maxey out too, foot injury as well.
Right. So, you got James Harden, Maxey, and Embiid out for the Sixers. That's bad news for them. You got Brooklyn in 10th place, 8-9, with and Kyrie returned on Sunday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he did.
So, I mean, that's going to be a narrative and a conversation all year long as far as his future with the Nets, his future with the NBA. I'd love to see him play in the NBA as long as he can, but if it's not going to be Brooklyn, oh well. Chicago. So we got the next 5 teams on the outside looking in. Chicago is 7-10. They got to make a move. They benched Zach Levine went 1 for 14 in one of his recent games. He got benched. He was complaining about it. We can't go 1 for 14. And they gave him a big deal. They gave DeRozan a big
Dang.
deal, and their all-star center Wojciech. So there's talent on the roster, and then Ball is on there too, but they might have to make a move. It's not working. You got the Heat at 7-11 at 12. Expect them to make a move. There's reports and a unanimous GM saying that the Miami Heat is not in position to win a championship with Butler as your best player. Butler's one of the better players in the league, but do you see him leading a team to a championship? Probably not. So
He needed another piece or two.
almost correct. Almost. And then you have the Magic at 13. So they just had the number 1 pick. What's his name? the rookie off the Magic. He's probably gonna get Pablo. He was the number 1 pick, and he's averaging 20 and 10. He's probably gonna get Rookie of the Year. So that's what they're looking forward to moving forward.
Pablo Banchero.
There you go. So Rookie of the Year probably. Keegan Murray might give him a run for his money, but he's our 5th option on our team, and then Pablo is the number 1 option on the Magic. So and then the Charlotte Hornets is 4-14. They got a lot going on. Ball's out, so they got to figure some things out. They're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. And then last but not least, the Detroit Pistons, they're 3-15. The Kings just beat them the other day. I watched it. It was close. So that was our last win. And so we have 6 wins in a row. Okay, so bad. So we got in the West, we still got the Jazz. How long could they hold on for? 12-7. And you know what? The All-Star game's in Utah, so they might want to keep it together and have an exciting atmosphere for them. Who knows? Laurie Marketing, he's big man over there. They got in the trade for Donovan Mitchell. He's put up 20 and 10. He was forgot about. He's a Dirk Nowitzki mold, if you will, shooting Euro big. And then my Filipino cousin Jordan Clarkson. So they hold down the Jazz. You got number 2, the Phoenix Suns, 10-6. They're still. They still got Chris Paul. They still got Devin Booker. But DeAndre Ayton is not happy to be there. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, they definitely going to move him at the deadline.
Right. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there, and they didn't want to pay him, but they didn't want to lose him for nothing all at the same time.
Yeah.
You got the 3rd seed, the Denver Nuggets at 10-6. Like I said, MVP Jokic. We coming, bro. We coming. So we coming, bro. You got the LA Clippers, 4th seed. Tyronn Lue, one of the better coaches, won a championship with the Cavaliers. Used to play with Kobe Bryant. Used to play with Michael Jordan. Used to play with Tracy McGrady. Tyronn Lue, you got to respect his playing career. Got to respect his coaching career. The Clippers but the big question mark is Kawhi Leonard. He's calling for ACL. Big injury. But if his minutes are limited, we'll see. As his health will determine how far the Clippers go. You have the 5th seed.
Talk
Sacramento. Talk my shit. I'm even shocked. I'm shocked. You have to manifest good things. You have to believe and support. It's been 16 years since we made the playoffs. I've been watching the Kings since the 90s, bro. Yeah. But we built a new stadium. We traded DeMarcus some years back. That was tough. But our new, we drafted De'Aaron Fox 6 years ago. We went all in on De'Aaron Fox. He's the reason why we passed up on Luka Doncic in the draft. He's the reason why we traded Tyrese Halliburton, but he's on a max deal. Some fans was willing to give up on him last year, but he's having a great year. Like I said, look for him to be a first-time All-Star, and look for us to be in the mother-loving playoffs. And I'm going in real life.
How many games is left?
How many games is left? We 9-6. What was this? 82 games in the season.
Minus 15.
What?
Good luck.
Good luck.
I do see
You all
y'all.
so you gonna tell me my team, you gonna come on my show and tell me my team ain't make the playoffs?
Oh, nah, y'all gonna make. I think y'all gonna be on play-in tournaments.
Playing tournament. Okay,
Yeah. I can't see y'all staying that good for that long. I can't see the
good for that.
Warriors staying that bad for that long. We got a lot of pieces. You got Portland. Portland.
Oh,
I
we
think
get that.
Portland gonna hang around that 8 seed.
Okay, all right, bet. So we got the Pelicans at 10-7. Like I said, Zion's health is a big deal. Brandon Ingram, one of the better players and underrated. Brandon Ingram, the main piece that they got back for Anthony Davis. And side note, with the trade that the Pelicans and the Lakers made for Anthony Davis, they had picks and pick swaps. So this year the Lakers are pretty bad, right? So if the Lakers are bad and get a high draft pick, the Pelicans have the right, in the trade to trade a pick swap with the Lakers. So what I'm saying is that the Lakers get a bad draft pick, the Pelicans can get it, and the Pelicans would be. So the Lakers have to win. The Lakers have no incentive to lose this year because they won't even keep their own first round draft pick this year.
Right.
So look out for that, Laker fans and Pelican fans everywhere. Okay, so we got Memphis at the 7th seed, 10-7. John Morant, like I said, John Morant's one of the better players. Arguably MVP candidate at this point, one of the most better, exciting players in the league. Right. But he might be injured. He can play. So as long as he's in the car.
Memphis played great without him.
No, they're deep. They're one of the deeper teams. They're one of the deeper teams. A lot of players you ain't heard of, but again, team basketball. It's a beautiful thing to watch. A couple years back, when when Klay Thompson was hurt all year, and the Warriors made the play-in tournament, the Grizzlies beat the Warriors without Klay Thompson. So that was like 2 years ago. So that's when the Grizzlies started becoming relevant and known like nationwide.
Right.
So, all right, next. So we got Portland at 8th, 10-7. You got Dame, one of the better players in the league. They won some games without him. They're moving to.
I can't see them making no playoff push.
Thank you, sir. Unless, like I said, their second best player is Jeremy Grant.
Right.
Respect to him.
They young,
but that's not. I don't see them contending, right? Okay, you got Dallas, 9th seed, 9-7. Who'd they just lose to by a point?
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Yeah. Didn't we watch the end of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched the end of that. So they did that. And then, their two best players outside of Luka is Spencer Dinwiddie and Christian Wood. Again, no disrespect to the Mavericks, but I feel they still need to make a move or two to realistically be in the finals. You got Minnesota. Yes, sir. What
I think with the way Luka play, I can't see them winning the championship no time soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please explain. Yeah.
Luka,
you from Dallas? I know. Are you from Dallas?
I stay in Dallas.
Okay, my bad. Are you a Maverick fan or no?
Well, I do like the Mavericks.
Okay, just asking. Okay.
It reminds me of watching James Harden in Houston. I see a lot of dribble, shoot, or pass.
Lack of ball movement.
Yeah,
hogging the ball,
I
ball
think
hog.
it's hard to play with Luka. Because when I ain't do nothing for Porzingis, that was shocking. And I just seen a lot of Luka with the ball in his hand and trying to kick it out when he couldn't do nothing else with it. So I'm not high on Dallas at all.
So Dallas is missing the playoffs in your opinion?
No, they making the playoffs, but they getting bounced.
I think to really, again, we had an argument past week or two. Like I said, Luka, arguably top 10. I wouldn't put him top 5 personally, because if you want to say your top 5 players, all of them at least have one championship.
Right.
Respectfully. So to me, that's why I feel like how you're deemed one of the best. Like you beat everyone else and did the whole thing, right? So Luka, like I said, Luka's great. Luka's got a lot of years left, but I feel realistically for the Mavericks to make the finals,
he gonna stay around.
He there. They'd be fools to ever let him go. Yeah, he's there. But when Spencer Dinwiddie and Christian Wood are your second and third best players, who's betting on them outside of Dallas to win a championship and go to the finals this year?
I mean, he had a good second player. He had Porzingis, and you seen what he did with him.
Correct. And then, but Porzingis, injuries, and then one of the main pieces they got back was Spencer Dinwiddie.
Mm-hmm.
And Spencer Dinwiddie, he's put up some 20, 30-point games since he's been there. So I feel like he's not shouted out enough. Spencer Dinwiddie. And then you got the Timberwolves at the 10th seed, 9-8. They still figuring it out with Anthony Towns, Karl Anthony Towns, and Gobert. They have their two big guys making most of the money, but Anthony Edwards is going to be around next 10 years, legit. Anthony Edwards is one of my. Oh my God, he's one of the.
I think Anthony
I don't know what it is, but he's got the.
Provide context, sir.
I think Anthony Edwards is going to be the next Jordan. His mid range complete, going to the hole complete. His game still growing.
Just how he plays. I feel like it's just a forgotten, just how he plays. Like, it's just hard to explain, but like the passion is there, the drive is there, the shit talk is there. You know what I mean? Like all these Gen Z players, all buddies and friends, but you 10, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, especially, no holds barred, all the trash talk back and forth. Anthony Edwards, he's just old school. He's just got old school spirit, soul. That's what it is. Just how he play, how he talk. You know what I mean? I have no dog in the race. I mean, I like his last name, but nah. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. No, but so the Timberwolves should make the playoffs. So everyone on the outside looking in, 11, 12, 13, 14th, and 15th. You have everyone's favorite team at 8 and 10. They've lost some close games. Shit, they lost to the Kings this year. Are they going? A big question. Are they going to make a move? Wiseman is already looking like he is not working out. Wiseman is the player that they picked over LaMelo Ball. They had the number two pick one year when Clay was out and all that. But Steph is putting up 40 again usage. That's how do I say it? It's not impressive to respectfully for Steph Curry to score 50 points and they're only beating teams by like 3-4 points.
Yeah, well, they actually lost that game.
Yeah, they lost that game.
Which one? Who are you talking about?
When he put up 50, they actually lost that game.
Right. No, he's putting up 50 pieces and losing games or barely winning. That's my point. Like, and then Klay Thompson had a breakout game recently, but you can't expect him to do that every game.
I think that's the
how do you fix the Warriors?
Kings effect. We lost our defensive guy on the staff, which is Mike Brown, which is why Sacramento is doing well right now. So Warriors lost a big piece that they can't replace, but I do expect them to get it together, head into the All-Star break, and they're gonna make a run headed to the playoffs.
So do you see the Warriors making a trade or they stay pat?
I think they staying consistent.
They stay as is. So.
Wiseman is in the G League right now, but I just think that's his work ethic right now.
Injuries, reps help. Like if you're injury prone, he's dealing with injuries since he's been in the league. But for him to get reps and build confidence and go in the G League, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
like it's development. That's why it's there. So Jordan Poole was there, right? So I don't know how you. I don't know. I mean, maybe they could turn around and win some games and get back right into it, but. Do they make a trade or not? We'll see. Part of me thinks that they might make a trade, but trading Draymond Green, trading Klay Thompson would break the internet and would piss off Steph Curry. So I wouldn't be quick to do it if I was them. But if there's a deal available, you always have to consider getting better. You got number 12 Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, the number 2 draft pick. They had Chet. He's out for the year. But Shea Alexander, he's having a great year. He's looking to be a first-time All-Star as well. Do they keep him around? Who knows? But they just stockpiling picks. They're not looking to – they want to be bad because they want to acquire young, good, high draft picks. That's been their MO the past few years now. Okay.
The Lakers.
13. 13. Shout out to the city of Los Angeles and the Lakers. Here we are. The Lakers at 5-10. We gotta break it. You gotta break it up, right? And
Yeah,
what are
we
we
gotta
doing?
bring it
We,
up.
we gotta break it up, right? So who we trading? What are we doing? Like I said, I was referring to the Knicks earlier. The Knicks first tried to make a package for Westbrook, and arguably they're one of the teams looking to make a package for LeBron. How realistic is that? I don't know. Do the Lakers trade LeBron midseason? But if he can force his way out, if he really, really, really wanted to leave, he could leave. But if the Lakers make the playoffs, expect LeBron to be on the block.
Yeah,
So
well, LeBron did sign an extension, and then he got a no trades clause too. So that'll be pretty difficult. I don't see LeBron going anywhere at all. But the Lakers are on a 3-game winning streak.
Okay, well they're
that's
2 and
not
10 or
saying
5 and
much, bro.
10, 5 and 10.
Yeah, 5 and 10.
So I do got a question. What possible trade could the Lakers make to become contenders in this season? It's still
Contenders, bro. If they got Kyrie and KD or somebody, if they pulled the granddaddy deal and traded everybody but LeBron and messed around and got Kevin Durant and Kyrie back, that's a wild 2K fantasy. But like to become contenders this year, bro, trading Westbrook has to be it. They just got to get more shooters. If you look at the stats, they're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. Who's their best 3-point shooter? They've had again.
Done.
Come on, bro. Who?
Yeah.
Right. So and even with the Westbrook trade, one of the two better 3-point shooters they had was friggin' Caldwell Pope
You watching the
and
show,
Kuzma.
bro?
Who watched the show?
Lil Donnie just chimed in.
What's up? What do you say?
What's up, Donnie?
What's up, Donnie? Where you at? What's up, Donnie?
I'm thinking you about to ask me something.
Oh, he's FaceTiming you. No, that's what he do. I was like, what?
You said what? Hell yeah.
Shout out Lil Donnie. Ask him about his fantasy team. Ask him about
How your fantasy team doing?
ask him his fantasy team lost to this week. That's what happens when you auto draft your shit, bro. that's what happens. That's what happens when you auto draft your shit.
In contention.
I beat Donnie this week. That's why I'm talking shit.
You still in there, Donnie?
I'm
still in there, man. I'm still swimming. I'm not to the deep end yet. I'm still in the shallow. But,
What?
You know,
What's up,
everything
Eve?
just got to make it move. All these buys, like this last
Yeah, the vibes be messing us up. Hey, we can go get the fans.
Quarterback was on the buy. So it's like, you can't do nothing about that.
But yeah, Donnie, we gonna cover fantasy in a second. We about to get to the rest of the NBA standings, and if you're free, we could bring you up when we talk about fantasy.
All right, I'll call you back.
For sure.
All right. Shout out Lil Donnie. All right. So we got the Spurs at 14. We're almost done here, folks. We got the Spurs 14 seat, 6-12. Like I said, they traded a player that made the All-Star team last year because they didn't want to give him big money. They got like 4 first-rounders back. The Spurs are rebuilding, and Popovich again, one of the greats. I can't say enough about Popovich. He won 5 championships with Tim Duncan. He's the fact that he's still there. The fact that he's still there without Duncan and Ginobili and Parker and everybody, and he developed Murray, and he's developing all these young guys now. They got a K Johnson. He's putting up 20 pieces. Who else is on the Spurs? Who else is on the Spurs? Yeah, this is K Johnson. I couldn't even tell you half the team right now off the top of my head.
They youngest.
Young guys.
Yeah, they're super young.
And then last but not least, we got the Houston Rockets at 3-14. A lot of young guys there. We got a special shout to Eric Gordon. He's probably the last player left from the James Harden regime. Yeah, right. When the Rockets were, top teams with James Harden and going against the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals and all that. Yeah, get him out of there. Get him on a contender. His contract should be almost up. But they got a young star, second-year player, Jalen Green, My Filipino cousin, he's emerging. He's emerging. He gives them hope. He gives them hope. And then their draft pick this year was Jabari Smith Jr. So those are two guys moving forward. Jabari Smith's dad, Jabari Smith Sr., he played for the Kings with Chris Webber and them about 20 years ago. So, and then that has been Matt's argument over the years, sons of former NBA players. And so that is Jabari Smith Jr., and he was third in this last year's draft. So that's who the Rockets have.
All
right.
So, let me see what time we at. We are at
35. Moving on.
One last NBA thing I wanted to touch on, and it was obviously the Kyrie situation. So Kyrie returned to the court this week.
Okay, I don't think I caught it. What happened?
You don't know what? So first thing,
I know
Kyrie apologized.
The Israelite, yeah. Of course, we had to.
That's first,
right?
And secondly,
they made him
an
do
army of
Israelites.
I don't know if he
Israelites outside.
I don't know if he called them. They
stadium.
came and supported. Do you think he called them on speed dial, but I pull up?
No.
Or they came on their own because they do stuff like that. Respect to them. No disrespect at all. But they're supporting their cause and and spreading awareness on their history and what they got going, right?
Right.
So yeah, I was like, oh snap. They about to be snap.
TK, I want your opinion. Do you feel like this whole situation was pointless for him to only come back?
No, it wasn't. Once they seen how they couldn't buck break them like they wanted to in front of everybody.
Damn.
They had to reach a solution in fast because the tide was starting to turn on the organization. So they had to do it. But I did see the Kyrie apology, and it was sincere. And Kyrie, he could have handled it better, but he chose to take the difficult path for no reason at that moment. And he acknowledged it in his apology. So, do I think Kyrie did something? No. But could he have resolved the issue way before it got to that point? Yes. And that's what I think he was ultimately apologizing for. And I liked the apology.
Does Kyrie stay in Brooklyn?
Can I curse on here?
A little bit.
No. Fuck no. That's over with.
Because I look at this Kyrie Irving situation, and it kind of reminds me of Colin Kaepernick. We lost that for a second. We'll bring it back. Kind of reminds me of Colin Kaepernick in the sense of, just kind of standing up for an idea or a belief, and obviously the team going completely against it. And we kind of see how that situation turned out.
Right.
I don't see this situation being any different.
Later.
I feel like they brought him back to obviously save face, but he'll be out of there.
Yeah, he out of there. But unlike the NBA, unlike the NFL, the NBA won't collude to keep him out the league. Mm-hmm. They'll say, okay, he still got talent. It'll always be somebody there that's willing to take a risk in the NBA.
Yeah.
I.e. the Knicks. They need their star player. Kyrie can be that. And I don't think he out of a job next year.
So we predicting Kyrie to the Knicks next year.
I'm not saying Kyrie to the Knicks, but he don't have too many options.
I say the Lakers. I mean, you
can't.
can't?
No.
If LeBron wanted to get another ring, he need to think about it.
I mean, what else LeBron got to prove?
What else he got to prove?
He want more championships than Mike. No, he want more championships than Steph.
The championship he got was
that's what he want.
In Cleveland.
Huh?
No, in Cleveland.
It was the one in the bubble, but it was like a bubblegum championship. Like nobody even talk about that championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's
LeBron have a lot left to prove, but he won't prove it. Like he's washed at this point. LeBron is washed.
Whoa, bro.
LeBron is
washed. Whoa. Kobe Bryant, 17th year in the league.
Oh, bro. Hot takes over here. Some hot takes.
Why is LeBron washed?
Why? It's not that he can't put up the numbers. It's that he don't command that dominance. The numbers not the same.
He is arguably not the best player in the league right now.
Now,
These
he
past
definitely nowhere near the
these
best player
past
in
few
the
years,
league.
like LeBron's the best. LeBron's the best.
He not affecting the game like he used to. Like his 33 points now is just 33 points. It don't come with no significance.
We're at 2 and 10.
They won in the clutch time. They won in key moments of the game. They were just 33 points, and it's a difference.
So,
All right, bet.
but yeah,
Moving
maybe
on to
Kyrie
football.
to,
We got that 40-minute mark, sir.
You said what?
Moving
Yeah,
on.
we got to go into the NFL here.
Yeah.
But Kyrie to
The Knicks.
the Knicks.
That could happen. That could happen.
Or the Bulls.
So Ed, you clocking out on us, or you still here?
I might have to clock out halfway through football. I'm gonna stick around football a little bit, but if I got to clock out, I'll let you know. I want to stick
All
around
right,
as long
for
as I
sure.
can. Yeah.
This was week 11.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Football season going by quick.
Yeah, it did.
So typically we just go down the whole scores for the week and just, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
let it loose. So week 11 NFL season. Thursday game.
There it is.
Titans and Packers. Oops. Titans, Packers. Titans 27, Packers 17. Is this the end of the road for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
It's not. It's the end of the road of the Packers. It's not the end of the road. Aaron Rodgers is the end of the road. Nah, Aaron Rodgers still play. If he got traded off season, he's right in it. It's just the Packers. The Packers have failed to build around Aaron Rodgers, and the nail in the coffin is them. I've said this 5 times on the show by now. Is the Packers losing Devontae Adams?
And the funny thing is, they both miss each other.
Yeah, definitely. But
Definitely.
that breakup was Aaron Rodgers' fault, though.
Agreed. Because he was playing with retirement and back and forth.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams did not want to sign a max deal with the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love as his quarterback.
Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers could have
Right. He's like, no, I'm good. Right.
But
I'm
didn't.
good.
That's his fault.
So we blaming the Green Bay Packers for all
No, we
this.
blame Aaron Rodgers for that. Look, I've been a lifelong Green Bay Packer fan my whole life. And I can really say that the Packers these last 3 years have tried to get stuff around Aaron Rodgers. We usually don't go in free agency and get nobody. We build through the draft.
Yeah, but at the same time, I hear that, but then at the same time, drafting Jordan Love kind of.
That was dumb. That was dumb then. It was dumb now.
That was dumb.
Pissed them off when they did it. Because you're basically saying, oh, your days are numbered. Guess what? He's still been there. At the end of the day, all the back and forth and this and that, Aaron Rodgers has been the quarterback past 16, 17 years. And the fact that
they won a great decision, but at the same time, they didn't have to draft them with the pick they drafted them with. And that was the problem right there.
They should have gave him an offensive lineman. They should have gave him a receiver.
Right.
That's what they should have gave him.
Should have gave him a goddamn lineman or some defense.
A lineman, defense, right? Something, not another quarterback.
A pass rusher.
We don't even know can play. Still.
Yeah.
Next game, we got Bears at Falcons. I didn't catch this game. AFC
what's
South
his name
looks
is
like,
on the IR.
It's close.
Kyle Pitts.
Say that again.
Kyle Pitts is on the IR. He got hurt.
In this game?
I more
He been
likely
a disappointment this year, though. I don't
And
know
then
if
he gets
anybody
hurt.
has had
And
him
then
in
he gets
fantasy, but he was supposed to be the man. And
he was like projected top 5 tight end, and he's been unheard of like at least half the games.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But the Falcons isn't. Respectfully, we're not expecting the Falcons to be one higher, top offenses. You know what I mean?
Other story kind of coming out of this game is people are starting to be a little bit hopeful about Justin Fields. It's a lot of Lamar
I try to test
and things as such going on. Obviously, he
Put-
needs some
he's
more
put up
pieces
some-
around
He's
him.
one of the better fantasy quarterbacks right now.
Maybe that's why the hype has been ramping up a little bit. He's been saving some people in some of these fantasy situations, but Obviously he needs some pieces all around, and obviously the Bears have traded a couple players away during the season to just kind of get ready for next season and allow him to have some talent around him, some new talent.
Right.
Next game, let me go back.
Later. Thank you.
Next game, we got my Baltimore Ravens.
God bless the Carolina Panthers, man.
The Carolina Panthers.
Did you watch this
13-3.
Did you watch this game?
Obviously, I watched this game. I'm a Ravens fan. I'm a Pay Lamar fan. I'm all that. Takeaways from this game. Baker Mayfield, it's over, bro. It's over, bro.
He had the lead.
I mean, I ain't gonna say he out the league, but he definitely
A backup.
As far as making $15 million a year and being QB1,
he never. I mean, he's not gonna.
That's what this year was.
Another big contract, at least.
Right.
So, Ravens, beginning of the season, it was a lot of talk about our defense, but our defense definitely has stepped up. Past few weeks, obviously, we traded from the Bears, Roquan Smith, so we held them to 3 points, sacks, interceptions. Like, the defense is looking good. I just, you know what I'm saying? I need some players to come back on offense.
Is the defense looking good, or did they play the Panthers?
Damn.
Both.
All right, we'll see.
Both.
You know
what I'm saying? Both.
We'll see.
Respectfully,
I think
both,
this year
right?
they
Yeah,
gonna get to the
both.
Super Bowl.
But the Panthers, coming into the season, they were power ranked 32nd with Christian McCaffrey. Then they traded him for four draft picks. So they really rebuilding from the ground up.
Yeah.
Next game. Browns at Bills in Detroit because the game got snowed out.
Yeah, so Detroit from Buffalo, that's about like 250 miles away. And Buffalo got snowed in, 6 feet of snow. Nobody was playing nothing in that stadium. Yeah, so they got to play the game in Detroit. And Buffalo is still the favorites to win the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, according to Las Vegas.
After last week,
shout out BK.
After last week, is Josh Allen still an MVP candidate?
Who would you put above him? Lamar, of course.
Jalen Hurts.
He's top 5. But I think it's gonna boil down to probably record. And Buffalo is. The AFC East is better than what we thought they were.
Another takeaway from this game, I had the Browns. Actually, I'm looking at the stat line now, but I was watching the stat line because I got Amari Cooper in fantasy. Jacoby Brissett, 28 for 41 for 324 and 3 touchdowns. Pretty decent game, even though they took an L. And also, I think after next week, Deshaun Watson is back or here. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens, even though their season is pretty much over already.
They can still make a run. They can make it interesting.
At 3-7, let's assume that they lose next week.
I mean, I would love to see a big Deshaun Watson game. Come on, man. Why not?
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson come back and he put up a big game or two. Then Cleveland, shout out to Casper, Cleveland would have a whole lot to look forward to next year because Cleveland has a lot of decent players on the squad.
They do.
They got a lot of great players.
But again, okay, you got and then and they gave Deshaun that deal. He need to live up to it, right? Or what else? Or he out the league at that point.
Next game. Commanders, Texans.
Shout out to the Commanders. Tyler Heineke and the Commanders surprising 6-5. I thought when I first saw that, I thought that was a mistake.
Yeah,
but
I was
6-5
last week.
Hey, like what are they? The NFC East is competitive. They're all within a game or two apart. Outside the Eagles, the Eagles are 8-1, but the Commanders are right there with the Giants and the Cowboys. So they're knocking on their door. They're not knocking on the Eagles' door, but they're knocking on the Cowboys and the Giants' door for sure. Shout out to the Washington Commanders. Hey, Chase Young,
you never know though. It's pretty close.
Chase Young just came back.
Snap.
Yeah, Chase Young just came back from IR the other day. So, hey, they might go on a little run. Who knows?
Next game, Eagles, Colts. So I did catch a little bit of this game.
The Eagles was
Eagles were getting dominated this entire game.
correct by Matt Ryan is back and Jeff Saturday is the coach. You know, that would have been a bad loss for the Eagles, but they came back towards the end, right at the end, right?
At the end.
I'm telling you right now, mark it on paper, Eagles first round poop. They getting bounced first round.
Thank
first
you.
Round bounce
okay,
I
don't want to be a hater, but if you look at the Eagles schedule, the Eagles has had an easy schedule. You know, they've had like all the bad teams on their schedule. Like
first round poop.
First round poop, Eagles. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though. You know what I'm saying? Usually, if you riding that high, you know what I'm saying.
Unless they get that automatic bye. But whenever they play for the first time in the playoffs, they getting bounced.
It looked like they're gonna get the automatic the
bye.
first round bye. Yeah, it looked like they're gonna get it. But I still think Jalen Hurts is probably an MVP candidate, the top one.
Can't take that away. No one
can't take that away.
Before the season started, I don't think any of us would have predicted the Eagles would have been first place in the NFC halfway through the season.
I mean,
so
he made all those trades,
he should
though.
be considered.
So I wouldn't. I'm not that surprised. You know, AJ Brown is definitely like.
If the Eagles have the best record, he should be highly considered for MVP.
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
I put him at this.
I'm pretty sure he's first on the list.
Yeah, he's first on the list. Next game. Now, did anybody catch the last play?
The last play was tied 3-3, and was it a punt return?
Tied 3-3 with like 10 seconds left.
Patriots won the game.
Won the game on a punt return.
Yeah.
Damn better.
Wow. Oh, and they calling for Zach Wilson's job.
Why?
He just got there last year.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if they question his whatever, but
let's see what the stats say.
They're evaluating.
Going to the Jets.
I mean, losing this game that they shouldn't have lost. That might be it. Them scoring 3 points. Yeah, they were flaming them up on the post game interview. They were flaming up. Like, do you feel like you let the team down and everybody down with only scoring 3 points and this and that? Those are some hard questions for a young quarterback.
So I'm gonna run through this Zach Wilson stat line. So it is pretty bad. 9 for 22 for 77 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, not over 100 yards rushing, not over 100 yards receiving. So obviously nobody. Well, Mac Jones obviously he threw for some yards, but no touchdowns. Nobody really could get in the end zone. But yeah, that AFC East is pretty tight as well.
Yeah.
You know, it might be a two teams to come out of that division for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, I think Miami's on a bye this week, but Miami
they just had a bye. I got a couple Miami players on my fantasy, and I know for sure Miami just had a bye this current week.
I gotta have Jalen Waddle back, man. Rams Saints. You got a whole lot of Saints fans in Dallas.
Oh well, a lot of New Orleans has migrated to Dallas over the years. So that's part of it. And
you from Louisiana, right?
Mississippi.
I used to live in Meridian, Mississippi. Meridian. I went to Navy school in Meridian. Yeah, the Saints. The Saints. New Orleans love their Saints for sure, and the daiquiri shops are originally from New Orleans.
Jameis Winston not happy about the Saints. He was like, he lost his job due to injury, and that's all they do is tell you that you won't lose your job due to injury.
Correct, but
so,
I mean, what you gonna do?
I mean, okay. They have my man's Michael Thomas. He's out. He was out for the season. You know, so that was a big blow.
That's crazy. They gave him all that money and he hasn't been on the field.
Right. So he's injuries. I feel they don't utilize Hill enough. He should be relevant every game. In some games, like he plays and he doesn't do a thing. And sometimes he'll have like the best game ever. So from my perspective, when it comes
to Tim Tebow.
Right. He does have the Tim Tebow
That's
mold,
Tim Tebow right there, bro.
Frame attributes. For sure.
It's like a humble Tim Tebow. Not to say that Tim Tebow was like, you know, cocky or anything, but that's Tim Tebow without the headlines. Yeah. Really just because he's playing in New Orleans. Next game, upset of the week. It looked like Lions 31, Jets 18.
Are we?
Giants.
Are the Giants showing some weakness? Are the Giants coming back down to earth? Or
I
the
think
Giants?
Detroit is a good team in a hard division, and I know the Packers look like boo boo this year, but
The Vikings.
that's not a hard mill easy division.
Right.
Even with the Bears being sus too, but yeah, that the Lions supposed to won some games this year. They dropped a couple
For
of them
sure,
before.
they've lost some close ones. They've lost
They
some
could
close
easily
ones.
be
Yeah.
7-4.
Good day for 1-6.
Yeah.
Next game, man.
Bruh.
So I'm gonna ask you this
Shout out to AFC West.
before I even read the
Divisional
splits.
matchup
Obviously,
here.
Raiders and Broncos. So I know you about to give me a hot take. How do you feel about this whole Russell Wilson situation?
Let's ride.
That's right.
I'm happy. I'm so happy, y'all, because this is what happened when you have a woman, which is his wife, Sierra,
We're going there.
conducting his business.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure she was fed over Seattle and wanted to leave. She wanted to be anywhere but Seattle. So
And
now
Seattle
she in
wasn't going to
Denver.
give him the big bucks no more.
Yeah. So
The
now
deal
she's
that
in
Denver gave him, Seattle, heck no, Seattle wasn't giving him that.
Yeah, like he
Bruh,
did
no.
it to himself, listening to his wife. I'm pretty sure she wanted to be there. She wanted to be anywhere with Seattle. He let her manage the decision.
Damn.
And now he playing in a, to me, the system don't even
And they
fit
cut-
his
they-
talent skill.
They had lost another running back. They lost one of their running backs to injury. I forgot, but they just cut Melvin Gordon the third. Reese
Yeah,
the
they
other day. He's been there at least 3 years. You cut him mid-season, but the
I think
reason they
traded
cut
for him
him,
a couple
he had
years
his
back.
fifth. He had his fifth fumble in the season, and that was their reasoning to cut him
I
mid-season.
mean, that is a lot of fumbles, though.
That's a lot of fumbles. But does a quarterback get cut after 5 picks?
No.
No.
Not at all.
But
Right?
If
Not
you
at
throw
all.
5 picks, who else you going? Who else?
You've
If
messed
Russell
around.
Wilson throw 5 picks, who else they gonna play?
Right. Okay. There you go. But I think maybe more changes are coming. Denver is, as long as the Chiefs and Mahomes is around, and Justin Herbert and the Chargers around, the Broncos can't. The Broncos cannot be better than them with Russell as their quarterback. I don't see it.
Ever since Future dropped this one
Damn
verse
it, bro.
with Sierra and them,
Why'd he do it? How'd he do
they've
it?
been like 5
How'd he do it?
and
He's like, I'm still hitting C. How'd he do it? How'd he do it in the video? He's like, I'm still hitting
purposely
C, and they didn't
play
respond.
feature
songs
songs
when they
when
come.
they have away games.
Yeah.
That's
And then you know what they listening to
Oh.
in the locker room? Come on, that's a young team. They listen to Future in the locker room.
So you tell me no Bronco players ain't got Future on their playlist? Of course they do. Of course they do. Of course they do. He's like, Russ coming around. Turn it down.
So this season, we blaming. I'm asking the question to either one of y'all: are we blaming Russell Wilson? Are we blaming Sierra? Or are we blaming Future?
I'm blaming Russell Wilson for being with Sierra after he knew Future threw her away.
Yikes. Yikes. Okay, I'll blame the Broncos because they gave him the money. And I don't know what they was expecting. Remember, somebody chimed in a few weeks back saying that was a move from a desperate franchise because last year they were shout out to Luck, but he's not the guy that's going to get you over the hump. So they made that move.
I'm blaming Russell because I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like for some strange reason, I get the strong feeling that he's not being the leader that he should with that team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't respect him. And as a man, you know what I'm saying, in a gladiator sport like football,
so here's the $200 million question. Why don't they respect him? He won a Super Bowl, right? They won a Super Bowl. I
think it was
clean
the coaching
cut
that was
guy,
getting
right?
Russell
How
over
do you
the
how
hump.
what is it what? Why do people not respect Russell Wilson?
He corny.
I mean, that is the main reason why people don't respect Russell Wilson. I feel bad about that though, because you know what I'm saying. He a good dude. You know what I'm saying.
Good
Yeah,
dude.
good people are
Good dude.
usually corny.
Good dude. Right. Good dude. Yeah. Look at good dudes not getting no type of love out here.
But I mean, sometimes you gotta grab your nuts.
Not that you gotta be relatable.
Yeah.
Wow. Bad.
You know,
Wow.
it's hard to
Wow.
gain that chemistry when you.
Hey,
Not relatable.
side note.
Yeah.
Okay. Check this out. I just saw it was like an interview between Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman. They were going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
And right. And I just saw I forgot to tell Matt this. And basically, of course, they're bringing up Russ. Richard Sherman, highly critical of Russ. Highly critical of Russ. Because the Seahawks picked Russ over the Legion of Doom, right? So hence all the defensive players had the animosity towards Russ. Right. And you know, they just basically saying that he's not relatable. He's not relatable. And then even his own and then Marshawn Lynch said this. He's like, if I went to war with you, if I played with you, this and that, why do I gotta reach out to a manager and this and that just to get a hold of you? And speaking on the whole Sierra thing, Sierra is helping turn his football career into like a music career, if you will. Again, us at Never Satisfied, shout out to everyone at the studio. You know, we're around a lot of music, right? And you know, and obviously, you know, a few of us have a high interest in sports, hence why we have this show. You know, there's similarities and differences when it comes to marketing, promoting, you know, all that, right? So she's treating his sports career as if he was an artist. And that was the point that they made. Why do guys like Richard Sherman and Marshawn Lynch have to go call
Hold
Russell
it down
Wilson?
real quick. Yo. Lance. Lance Moore. Hold it down. Yes.
Yo, live?
Mom.
Yeah, we live. So, and you know, and then even Richard Sherman was like, if I got to get through a manager, like I don't even got to reach out. I don't even like. They both was saying that, but they were feeling more so. Marshawn Lynch had some compassion for him, but at the same time, he's like, why do I got to hit up a manager to hit you up? And you my mans.
Right.
You not my man's like that then. But again, that's respectfully, that is probably the Sierra influence that she's helping him turn his football career as if he was an artist like her. Because again, if you're an artist, again, you're Sierra, you're whoever, Nicki Minaj, whoever, you're not calling them directly. You're probably dealing with their manager when it
So
comes
is
to that.
Sierra
But if we're
actually
boys,
managing Russell Wilson?
She's not managing him, but you know she influencing his
unofficially,
decisions. This is first
unofficially,
ever
of course.
bad chick, to say the so. So you can just imagine she turned him every way but loose. You know, if you look at the caliber of woman he had before Sierra, you would know for a fact that she's the dominant one in their relationship. You know what I'm saying? That the real man can see it, and this why he kind of get the corny label, not because he's a great guy. It's simply because, like, cause we know you letting her have her way, so you can.
I'll eat. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. Yeah, I'll eat. Yeah, I'll eat.
When your mama interrupts the podcast. I'm joking.
My great this is my favorite person in the whole wide world. It's my great auntie, my auntie Minnie. She's 88. She just came from the Philippines.
What's
this
up?
is why I'm in LA. This is what I'm doing. So, all right, I'm on the phone.
But yeah, we'll let Russell Wilson live for another week.
Let's let him live, I guess.
And we'll go to the next game, which is the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
40 to the
Yeah,
Vikings.
Okay.
3. A spanking that nobody saw coming. Now everybody in Dallas is like, "Oh, we going to the Super Bowl? Definitely. We going. We beat the Vikings. We going, and we beat them like that. We going to the Super Bowl." So, are Dallas fans justified in feeling like they about to go to the Super Bowl? Which is something they say every year, but
They've been saying this since '96, bro.
yeah, they be saying it since 96.
I don't know, man. I've been watching Dak since Mississippi State.
Mm.
And he has never
Out
gotten
of
over
Mississippi
that
State.
hump.
Even in college?
Even in college. Never gotten over the hump. So maybe this the 1 year he get over the hump. And I have yet to see it, but if Dak can get over the hump, bro, and at one time when he was supposed to, they going to the Super Bowl. They taking it home. But you got to get Dak over that hump, and I don't know how they do it with handing the ball off to Zeke, which need to be kicked off the team expeditiously.
Oh, so every week.
Hot take. I've been.
So, no. He see.
If anybody's been
every
politics,
week.
Zeke has been me.
Every week I do a Zeke watch.
The non-Cowboy fan, right?
Trash.
And I look and I say, what did Tony Pollard do and what did Zeke do? You know what I'm saying? So we can talk about it this week. 15 carries, 80 yards, no touchdowns on the ground for Tony Pollard. Ezekiel Elliott, 15 carries, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns. But receiving, Tony Pollard, 6 catches, 109, 2 touchdowns.
You want me to drive?
So
Zeke has been studying the growth of Tony Pollard.
I'm trying to finish up on the phone, and then I'll
so long now. I still cannot understand why they give Zeke the ball. Every time Tony get it, he do something positive with it. I know they probably want to give him a little rest, but that's who need the majority of the carries, and I don't see why Zeke get the ball.
So, and like I always tell Ed, this is my issue with Zeke.
He had 2 touchdowns in the blowout game against Minnesota. He had 2
Tony
touchdowns. I have him on
put
fantasy.
the
That's why I'm
1 yard
talking.
line.
Tony Pollard is literally running for like 60-yard touchdowns. But here's my issue, and I always say it. You got one man on the team making $1 million a year, and then you got the other man on the team y'all gave a contract for where he's getting $20 million a year.
And don't deserve it.
And is having less production than the man who's getting $1 million a year. And I'm like, this is the year that after this season, they gotta let Zeke go. Or they downsize his contract.
Let
Yeah,
him go.
Something's
And I don't see
they can't give him that money no more.
no other team picking up Zeke. Name another team that can use an average running back.
Well, I think
Below average.
I think another team will pick him up though.
When was his last 100-yard game?
Yeah.
I might have to look that up.
When was Zeke's last 100-yard game, bro? And I want to know.
Let's see.
Answer this question myself.
Oh, I hope that's not it. So it's gotta. His last 100-yard rushing game was in 2021.
Okay.
October of 2021 against the Giants.
Almost 2 years ago.
Definitely a year ago.
All right. The boy waste. And he probably didn't have a bunch of 100-yard games that season neither.
He had
I'm on the phone.
2.
Trash, dog. Trash.
As opposed to when his first season, he had 7 100 rushing yard games. The second season, he had 6. Third season, he had 6. Fourth season, he had 6 in 2019. And then 2020, I think that's when he got suspended. He had the 2, and then 2 last year. But the Cowboys won. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Dallas is happy.
Convincing win. And
Convincing win against a good team. Dak Prescott, decent stats.
It's a good win.
I do like Dallas defense. I can't lie.
Like this increased Dallas' stock and it decreased Minnesota's stock.
They some ball hawks. I like them. I like them.
Now they got a Super Bowl caliber defense.
They do.
You know. Last thing I want to touch on this game, what the hell happened to the Vikings?
The defense. The defense.
Kirk Cousins
in Minnesota
for 105. And Justin Jefferson, 3 catches, 33 yards.
Oh, to shut him down.
Shut him down. So, We're gonna go on to the next game, but that was probably like the biggest game this week for a lot of people because everybody feels like Dallas deserves to win. The next game we got Bengals Steelers. Steelers with the loss.
Let's say record. I mean, the Steelers are still rebuilding. Good win for them. The Bengals, they're still hanging on to making the playoffs this year. They can still do that.
I mean, I
Jameer
feel like
Chase
we
is
got
coming
the
back next
division.
week. I have
Wait, what?
Jameer as one of my fantasy receivers. He's coming back next week. Jameer has been gone
That's
for like
huge.
a month. Right. Huge. So he will be back.
Is this about to be Mike Tomlin official first losing season?
Great question.
I think so.
Great question. Yeah, right. They've always, unless because they had Big Ben for as long, like they always was making the playoffs with Big
always
Ben. They were always relevant.
500, but he never had a losing season. I don't think.
Yeah, they might have missed the playoffs with a winning record, but I don't remember them just having losing records.
Tomlin's most impressive accomplishment might be the fact that he has never had a losing season as the head coach.
That is the stat. That is the stat. That is what it is.
It's in jeopardy right now.
It's not looking so good, buddy.
It's in jeopardy.
Sunday night, Chiefs. 30. Chargers 27. Every week I'm like, that boy Mahomes, boy, that boy can play.
So
he's doing it different every week.
Matt, and Ghost caught this game Sunday night at Twin Peaks, and I was rooting for the Chargers, of course.
I got Patrick Mahomes in fantasy, so I'm looking at the.
I got Justin Herbert in fantasy.
Patrick Mahomes, 20 for 34, 329, and 3 touchdowns.
Different way every week. Get the job done. It's immaculate.
Yeah, I mean, and the crazy part is they was down right there at the end. And it was I kind of look at this game because I like Justin Herbert. He cool, but I felt like people were trying to crown him a little bit too early. And I felt like this game was like kind of like a big like show of the difference between Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert because both of them got put in the same situation. Patrick Mahomes obviously drove down the field, won the game. Justin Herbert obviously they ended up getting picked. So good game by Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like number 2 in fantasy quarterback stat. He might be number 2 in fantasy stats. Period, but. You know what I'm saying? Sneaky Pat Mahomes, he might hop in that MVP race. Yeah.
You can't count him out. Especially if they just win, they mess around and win out. It's hard for me to say that.
Which they might do.
But the way they're winning, like you can't count them out. They are number 1 in the power rankings. I saw that. Yeah.
Last night, this game broke my heart. The 49ers, 38.
Broke my heart.
And let me tell you why it broke my heart. Because in fantasy,
DeAndre Hopkins.
The other team had Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle. I was up by 15. And I had DeAndre Hopkins playing. So both of those players scored 2 touchdowns last night apiece. DeAndre Hopkins probably I want to say he got 16 points, but it wasn't enough. But my takeaway from this game, y'all definitely starting to reap the benefits of Christian McCaffrey. Ed, I know you want to chime in on this.
I saw as much as the game as I could. Like I said, I went to the so it's pack in. That's when the game started. So then I go to the airport. So I missed. So I probably caught maybe the third quarter. I was at the airport about to leave, and just dominate and win. Jimmy G threw. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think Jimmy G threw 4 touchdowns. Again, we win 38-10. It's a little bit of everybody. It wasn't even. So like I said, I saw some of the highlights, but again, everyone contributed, and the Cardinals were without Kyler Murray. So Colt McCoy was the starting quarterback. So what do you expect to happen? Respectfully. Like I said, like I don't, the Cardinals are an NFC West rival with 49ers, but I'm not. Yeah, Kyler Murray is a young stud, but they were going to lose. The spread was 8. Like the game was over before it started. Like respectfully. So that's my chime on that.
I was about to be in first place in fantasy. That's
Yeah.
all good though. So that's the wrap up of this week in NFL. I could touch on fantasy just
Yeah, so you can
this.
bring up some fans. Yeah, I don't want to pull up and log me out, but yeah, pull up some. Tell them the box score me and Donnie real quick. That's all.
So I'm gonna just hit
I'm
on
here
the
for
games
that.
that we played in. Um, so Lil Donnie, North Dallas Warriors, 93 the Sacktown Royalty 139. Jimmy G had a
Save
good
some
game,
key
39
players on both
points.
sides.
But obviously looking at the stat line where Donnie failed at was at the running back position. Dalvin Cook 7 points and Michael Carter 2 points. And well, I mean, pretty much every other part of the team, he didn't really score that many points. But Justin Herbert 31 points. Debo Samuel also got a touchdown yesterday, 21 points. And the kicker from the damn Buffalo
Yeah.
Bills kicked 6 field goals.
And shout out to Buffalo Bills, shout out Big K. Heck yeah, he had about like 20 fantasy points. He had like 6 field goals. Again, they were in Detroit. He had like 6 field goals or something like that in one game.
So I lost my game 159 to 174. Pat Mahomes, he put up 40. Austin Eckler put up 17. Amari Cooper put up 31. Dallas, y'all miss him yet?
Right. That was a big mistake right there.
Where I messed up was Kenyon Drake ain't do nothing because the Ravens, you know what I'm saying, we had no really offense on Sunday, but we won. And Kadarius Toney got injured like in the second quarter and didn't catch a pass or anything. So, and then last, I'm gonna touch on Ghost taking the L, 142 to 91. Travis Kelce, 6 catches, 115 for 3 touchdowns, 35 points. And Ezekiel Elliott's replacement, Tony Pollard, 80 yards, 2 reception touchdowns, and 109 passing for 38 points this week. So yeah, sorry, I'm coming back next week. I'm still the top scorer in our league, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. What else we got? I think that's it. And I think
let's close. Okay, so I want to say we gotta say R.I.P. Aaron Carter, R.I.P. The Green Ranger.
Yo,
let's get that out the way.
The Green Ranger,
bro.
Yeah, Jason. What's his name? Jason.
That's
David
something
Frank.
I want to talk to you about, low key though.
What, the Green Ranger?
Yes.
What happened?
Because you can't say the S word on YouTube.
Okay.
But
right, let's not say that. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's not say that. Right.
But supposedly he deleted himself because of his divorce.
Oh no.
Another woman.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mean at the end of the day though, you still. I mean, I guess you got to be mentally strong in them type of situations. But I'm just like,
nah, it can break you, man. He like even for the Green
49 years old. He was doing appearances. You know, all them. They were doing appearances like within a year ago. All the Power Rangers got all of them.
Yeah, like what was
Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Black Ranger. They was all together doing appearances and Comic Cons and all that. He was still getting money, bro. He was still relevant. 49 years old. So yeah, RIP to him. Condolences and prayers to him and his family and Aaron Carter, friend of the studio. Shout out
to Aaron Carter. That was crazy.
Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Lardy and Dialogue. Love and respect to them. They in-house. They mean a big lot to us in the studio, and they were developing a great relationship with him, and big plans were on the way. and it was exciting, and this is unexpected and unfortunate. And check on your people. That's the message. That's the message. Check on your people. You know, treat others the way you want to be treated. Life's not. Tomorrow's not promised. You know, love the ones around you. So I just put that out there. Just.
So I think they found him in his bathtub. So
Yeah.
possibly.
So I wanted to say that before, time passed by and we didn't bring it up. You know what I mean? Wanted to give my best to them.
I got a whole different standpoint. Like if a person want to delete themselves, like I don't find nothing wrong with that. Like it's like I think it's actually selfish if I wanted to delete myself and you stopped me and didn't have a solution for why I wanted to do it. You see what I'm saying? That's like let's say hypothetically I came over age, right? And you say, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm just gonna delete myself. And you come like, hey, no, man, don't do it. And you call the police, and they put me in some unit where I can't do nothing, right? So not only is my life still horrible, I'm still alive, and you aren't doing anything about it to make
Wow.
me better.
It's a rock in a hard place.
See, yeah. So deletion is common in Asia. I think in Asia, in the continent of Asia,
Wow.
it's a respectable thing though. Only it's like villainized here in the West.
I mean, a lot of people look at it as like the same thing as deleting somebody else.
Yeah, well, you didn't lose yourself.
Right. But I mean, it's still a person. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Obviously,
I would never do it, but I'd be mad if somebody stopped me from doing it.
like obviously people are going through certain things, but you never really know what's going to happen in life. Obviously, in the case of like Tommy, you never know what that man had coming up. So that's more so my view of him doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I understand like people are dealing with issues that are beyond my comprehension.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you never really know. Like, you never know. He might have had his next big role coming up next year, or you know what I'm saying, in a few months.
Like I say, he was still making money. He was still at all the
Yeah.
conventions. He was still doing all. Everybody loved. Like I
My
didn't hear nothing
thing,
bad about him over the years.
Money does play a big factor in it, though.
well, when you dealing with a woman, man, you will lose sight of the money. Like, that's time for I go on the rant. That's
Where
time
we
for
at? Where we
rant
at?
time.
Okay, we here. All right. Yeah, condolences, and to everybody. Just and to those two in particular. And like I said, I didn't want too much time to pass without mentioning those two. Again, we're all millennials. So back when in my heyday, these Tommy, the Green Ranger, Aaron Carter, the singer, like these were the most famous people around.
Right.
So
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tommy
So
for giving
wanted
us a
to
great
just chime in
childhood.
on that, and yeah, man. Are you ready? You ready for them sponsors?
Yeah,
You
we could
ready
do
for
the
the
sponsors.
partners?
So
All right.
shout out
So
to
yeah,
80 Bistro 808. Shout out to the Hub Live.
yeah.
Shout out to
Anyway,
Never
Bistro.
Satisfied Studios. Huh?
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out
Shout out to the
to
studio. Shout out to the clothing line. Yeah. Shop Never
Shop
Satisfied. No
Never
doubt. Get you the
Satisfied.
merch.
Shout out to always be forgetting.
The CEO, right? He's the reason why we do this. Yeah.
Shout out to the CEO, Radio Ride Hang.
CEO.
Shout out to the CEO. Without
Yeah.
him,
There
we
you
wouldn't
go.
be here. Shout out
That
to
part. Calio's
Talks with
Tacos.
2K.
Talks with 2K. Big shout. Talks. Big. Hey, man. Appreciate you holding it down, man. Appreciate You know, in more ways than
I
one,
gotta
man.
come
More
back
than you
when you
know.
in studio, man.
Say again.
So the only other thing I want 2K to kind of do is just because I usually do it at the beginning, but it slipped my mind. But give people a little bit about your background, what you got going on, where they can find
Yeah, there
you.
you go.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah. Let
saying?
the people know.
Let them know a little bit about 2K and what he got going on.
As I alluded to when you first started, your favorite bored and unemployed person of the hour. I really mean that. I ain't had a job in a long time. Send me money. No, I'm just playing.
Cash App is in his bio.
Yeah. I got a platform called Talks with 2K on YouTube or Love and Sip Hop, either or it'll pop up. And it's all about me paying for your pain. Like you find out your boyfriend cheating on you, and you want to confront him in front of thousands of people. Then you come to me, and then we gon' get him. So if you ever into any of that, just holler at me when you get some time.
So you the Black Jerry.
I don't even think Jerry went this
That's.
far.
I mean, that sounds like cheaters category.
Oh yeah,
The confrontation.
we dibbling down.
But I done caught quite a few 2K streams. People be off the handle in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? You never really know what you're gonna expect on that show. Ed, any final words?
Episode 21. It went great. Appreciate y'all. Love and respect to y'all. I'll be back before y'all know it. Happy Thanksgiving to you two and everyone watching at home.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. That's right. It's Thanksgiving week.
And shout out to our other shows.
Thanksgiving is Thursday.
That's what I forgot to shout out. Shout out to our
Smoke
other shows
deca-
on the channel.
Smoke Detector
Shit IDK
23.
with Lance Moore.
I don't know, right?
I say Rudy Ray. Ricky Ray and JJ. Yeah, shout out to the Smoke Detector with 23 cups. Shout out to DJ Kev on Thursdays. And shout out to the Time Out Podcast with Lil Mike and Susie Mack. Woo! All right, we out.